Since we just celebrated Halloween Saturday, you may have a question for me. What's the most scared I've ever been? The most scared I've ever been, or at least ranks in the top three of being scared in my life. April 3rd, 1974. Sitting in the living room with my dad watching television. And I'll never forget it. Next thing that pops up, weather bulletin. Weather bulletin. And they had a lightning drawed. A lightning bolt was yellow. It was drawed on there. Of course, it was 1974. And the letters weather bulletin was in white. And about 30 seconds, 25, 30 seconds later, my dad's weather box, weather cube on top of the refrigerator, it was loud. It went off. Well, now, about 10 minutes before that weather cube at a TV weather bulletin, I had been outside playing with a dog, Fufu. Our dog's name was Fufu, F-U-F-U. And I don't know why we named her that, but we just did. I think we got her from somebody, and they'd already named her. Anyway, it was. I never forget the weather. It was sun, with the cloud in the sky. It was like 77. It was perfect weather. And I was petting the dog, and Mom called me in the supper. And she said, "Greg, supper in about 10 minutes. Go wash up." So I went in the house, went to the bathroom, washed my hands. And after that, I went and sat in the living room with Dad, waiting for the supper to be put on the table. And of course, that weather bulletin come up, and Dad's weather radio, weather cube, top of the refrigerator went off. And that boy, I think, was loud. And we went outside. Mom still was busy in the kitchen. Me and Dad went outside, and Loveland. Oh my God. Loveland. We lived, now from the library, we lived 4 miles north of from where the library is at, of where the library is at now. We lived at the corner of Dallasburg and Goshen Murdoch. When we looked toward Loveland, so you locals, when you look toward Loveland, man, you talking about dark black. I mean, it was black, black. It was so deep. I mean, I never forget what Dad said. He said, "Loveland is gone." Well, Dad yelled at Mom. He said, "Helen," my mom's name. He said, "Helen, get out here." Well, she was still busy in the kitchen. She said, "I'm trying to get supper on the table." He said, "Get out here." He yelled at her about 3 times. Then finally he said, I never forget what he told her. He said, "Helen," I said, and I quote, "I said, get your ass out here." Well, we had a screen door, and the screen on it was a little loose. So when you put your nose to it, you didn't have no peripheral vision, side vision. Anyway, she comes to the screen door, and she said, "What do you want?" She's upset. "What do you want? I'm trying to get supper on the table." Well, I guess the weight of her body happened to push that screen, happened to push it open just enough where she could see to the side of the door, and she got a glimpse of the sky. And she said, "Oh my God, well, what are we going to do?" See, we didn't have no basement. I don't know. And I mean, the sky was so black. Now there's a creek that still runs behind about 150 feet past the yard. A creek goes down from the house. There's a cornfield in the back of the house, and the creek, and those trees follow that creek. And all those trees against that dark sky looked white. Yeah, every tree had a white tint. That gives you any idea how dark, black, black, black that sky was. And it was just a deep black. I mean, that sky looked mean as hell. Well, we get in the car. We're all panicked. We're to the verge of crying. Well, I think I was crying. And we head toward Mainville. And Dad turns on the radio, WLW 700 AM, WLW radio. And within about a minute, they say we're under a massive, massive tornado outbreak. And I mean, and when they would lightning, you ever watch water, put water in a kettle, deep kettle and watch water boil real hard. You've seen water boil real hard when it would lightning? That's what it looked like. The lightning actually looked like it was boiling. I mean, oh my God! I mean, that's the most horrifying moment I can remember.